Okay, so here's the next set of clips I'm going to look at from the Traffic versus Sixers game, and it's two just real quick IO throws, short IO throws actually. One that gets blocked by, with a terrific layout block from Christine Jurichuk of the Sixers. And then immediately after that, Molly Lewis from the Sixers picks up the disc and throws a short IO flick for a goal. And first I want to show you the clips, and then I want to come back and talk about the sort of risk reward on these two throws. And I would say in general, I think it's important to track completion percentage for inside out flicks. It'll really help you see where turns are coming from, and it'll help sort of show you where you need to improve and focus on where the good risk reward is. And I think we're going to see that risk reward in these two clips. So here they are.
It's a Kwok upfield. Kwok has an inside shot looking for Ali Short, and Jurichuk comes in. And hot with what she does best on defense, getting yet another layout D. Lewis looking inside to Kwok.
Okay, so I want to look at the block by the Sixers' Christine Jurichuk and look at that pass. And this is an example of a very difficult inside-out forehand. So the receiver is kind of curling this way, and that righty IO flick is going to curl this way. And it just means that the window, I mean, I'm exaggerating the curl, but the window for completing this pass is so small. And if you look carefully at the replay, you'll see that the receiver, and sorry, I just forgot to check who the intended receiver was. She's reaching back to get it. So that pass probably needed to be like 2 steps further, maybe 5 yards further down the field. But if that was the case, it would have almost been going like straight across like this, which is an extraordinarily difficult throw. So again, this is an example of a very difficult pass to complete to begin with. Now, you're not usually going to see as spectacular of a block as you see here. So that's actually pretty special. But one, keep this kind of idea in mind when the receiver is moving away and the pass is also curling away from the receiver. That's a very difficult situation.
It's a Kwok upfield. Looking for Ali Short, and Jurichuk comes in.
Okay, so now let's look at the pass from Molly Lewis that scores the goal. So there's a couple really nice differences about this one that are also worth keeping in mind. First of all, the space is completely wide open, so Molly Lewis has all kinds of space to throw into. So there is a big margin for error here. So all she has to do is get this pass out in front of the receiver because the defender is already trailing. So she gets that pass in front of the receiver, it curls back for a real nice, easy catch. And this is a situation. I still think this is actually a very difficult pass. I mean, you got to put a lot of touch on it to have it curl and then come back like that. It's naturally going to flow like that, but you got to get it out past the receiver. Still difficult, but this situation, the IO flick is, I think, an appropriate throw if you have it. But kind of what I said in the introduction, I really encourage everybody, all teams, to keep track of these IO flicks completion percentages because these throws are harder than you think, and they take a lot of work. But what we see here from Molly Lewis is really a great example. Also, the last thing, I like watch Molly Lewis's arm on the release and watch it come behind her. That's one of the throwing techniques I really like.
And hot with what she does best on defense, getting yet another layout D. Lewis looking inside to Kwok.